Oh, are you on the wine as well?
That's really weird. Yeah. Oh, I got a really nice one this time though. I got this.
See, that's better than what I'm drinking. I got the really cheap shit because I use it for cooking, but they sent me 2 by accident. So,
nice drop. I like that though. Good name.
Yeah.
I was gonna do like a mega pint joke, but I didn't think it was a bit boring now. It's gonna do like a pint of wine.
Do you want to see what else I got today?
Oh god.
Oh god.
Are they lorries?
It's just a load of toys.
Oh, I thought they were like lorries. Oh no, no. They're sideways. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because look, I got your boy. Got your boy.
They should make a like a what's he in now? Nice.
Oh, like with his like bald head and cowboy hat.
Yeah, do like what's it called? The talent center version.
Yeah.
Him,
well,
bald with a cowboy hat.
He's in the new game, but only as like the 05 version. But then they've patched in what he would look like now as a playable character. So it's like bald-headed Sean. And he's got like an overall of 75. I'm just like,
I've seen like I've seen a bunch of the entrances, and they still look so booky. Like the Uncanny Valley is still like out. Yeah. Like it still looks so. They still look so freaky, and they can't get hair right. The hair still like falls like straw. It's weird.
Oh, the hair looks horrific. Yeah,
but,
got some AW guys, Jericho, Painmaker Jericho.
He's
got like the weird like eye makeup. Wait, yeah, looks like a clown.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
And then I got the best friends, Chick and Trent. So, I'm gonna have fun later.
Very nice.
Me sat in my pants, surrounded by toys. I'm not weird. You are.
That's hey man. Everyone's got their vices. Everyone's got their addictions. It's got problems. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Tell it to Mark Hutchins. Yeah, it dropped.
Hey man, that was dark.
Hey man. Hey, I like one in XS song. It's fine.
David Carradine went the same way.
Is that the guy who was Bill in Kill Bill?
Bill killed Bill.
Bill killed Bill. So essentially, both those films were effectively pointless. He just did it himself.
Bill killed Bill. Yeah, he did it himself. Horny bastard.
Ah, yeah, naughty man.
Killed by the horn.
Live by the horn, die by the horn.
I don't know. You know, I've never thought. You know what will really make this better? Just belt around my neck. Yeah, nearly kill me.
You know what? Wanking is just fun in and of itself. Why would I want to like put a belt around my neck?
Bit of sense of danger, maybe. Ooh, I could die. Oh, that's hot. Oh, I could die. I feel bad for the people who have to find them like that because you have to be like, you can't tamper with the body. So you're like, there's like, so how did he go? And you go, and you open the door and you go, there he is. He's just lying there, like, just hanging from the door handle.
Did it with his best Gucci belt?
Would like rigor mortis?
Just keep
would
it
it
up?
like?
Did he
like his hand? He's like a prop. His hand's still there. It's like
it was an open casket. We couldn't close the lid.
Just propped open like those pianos.
Yeah, the close is just like a little gap like that. That ain't closing.
You close it really hard, you hear a snap. You go, oh. He gets to heaven, he goes, oh, what the hell?
You hear a snap and then a rolling sound, and everyone just going. Oh, there it goes.
There he goes.
Watch it doesn't get near the buffet.
That's from his finger sandwiches. Oh. Well, what a start then, eh?
Stop. What a way
You brought this up. You degraded this.
Hey, it's been a busy week at work. I'm having my fun,
I work from home today.
Ooh. So yeah,
I went into work and the internet wasn't working. And we all stood around going, so what are we supposed to do? And they're like, well, the internet doesn't work. And we were like, well, is it going to be fixed? So I had to come home and work from home, and it was really weird.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So like Chelsea's people got in trouble at work because someone managed to put a virus on one of the computers, and their thing is obviously they use a lot of computer work. It's like, how shitty is your virus blocker if someone's able just to get a virus on it? Like,
what are you Googling?
Virus. Yeah, exactly. They're going to have the most bomb-ass virus protection, and someone got one on there.
I can't remember the last time I had a virus.
Yeah, me neither.
On my computer. Just to clarify.
He's got his own seat down by the clinic.
well, there was that time that you were like, you remember you looked at my laptop at the time when we were in London, and you were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Yeah, none of it works. It's all virus." It was like super infected, and you're like, "How do you use this?" And I was like, "I don't know. I struggle." And you were like, "It's so infected. Like, there's so much wrong with it."
If it was a dog, I'd have taken it out back and shot it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'm no expert, but even I looked at it and went, "Man, that's not right."
I was like, I gotta wait 10 minutes for it to start up. I know the right buttons to press because the screen doesn't work, and then I gotta press this because this always pops up. And you're like, why? And I was like, I just don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to stop that happening. So
it's just always done that, man. It's just always done that.
Well, yeah, I can't be arsed dealing with that. Just learn to live with it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Young Men Yell at Clouds. It's the conversational podcast about ranting, raving, and just two mates having a bit of a natter. Greg here, and I'm joined by Oliver. Oliver, I believe you've got a bit of a complaint you want to start things off with.
Oh, we're starting with this?
We'll start with it. Why not?
Yeah. We're going straight into this.
We'll go straight into it. Yeah, I want to hear this.
How dare you drop me like this? Okay, so as you know, I've now moved to the I've left the world of hospitality, and now I'm in the world of office, and I'm getting used to office life, and it's very strange, and I'm not adapted fully yet, so I'm trying. But one thing that I find that really annoys me, because so there's 3 levels, or 4 levels, ground floor, 3 floors, and I have to now go to the toilet below ours. This is toilet related, by the way, just in case anyone wants to skip forward 5 minutes. It's toilet related, as everything in the office seems to be. I have to go down. So now I use the bottom 3 because they always smell nicer and they seem nicer. For some reason, there's somebody on my floor. And as well, I've noticed this is all hours of the day. So I've gone for inspections, and I drink a lot of coffee, so I wee a lot. So I've noticed that, no matter what time of day it is, someone has gone in before me and just made a real, Hitchcockian, dystopian, awful nightmare of a toilet left there. But I don't know who does it, because I never see them coming in or out. It's always just there. And what it is, one of our toilets is broken, the cubicles. One of them's broken. One of them I don't think anyone uses the middle one because it's weird. And then the one where the urinals are, so it's always open. You peek sometimes, but you have to. We don't want to look, so I just look. I take a peek. I go, what's going on there? And always there's just like a lot of mess in there somewhere. Just some kind of like fecal pollock in there somewhere, and I don't know who does it. Sometimes it's a pollock. Sometimes it's a Rothko, sometimes it's a big, sometimes it's a small, but there's always something painted in there. And I think, what animal? So now it's gone to the level of because I sit down quite a lot now, I'm at a desk. I don't like sitting at a desk. And I like to stretch every now and again, but I don't like to stretch in the office. So I go into the hall where the toilets are, and I just kind of do some just stretches, or I do legs and stuff, just kind of stretch it out. But I'm secretly kind of seeing who's going into the toilet and who comes out looking shameful, because I don't know who it is. And now I look around the office, and now I'm like, oh, hi, all right. But I'm secretly going, are you the messy shitter? Is it you? Are you shitting unfathomably disgustingly in this toilet? And just not flushing, by the way, leaving it there. And there's also, and this is the thing that should have made me clock onto this when I first started. On the wall, as you're looking at a toilet, the wall directly in front of you, there's an A4 piece of laminate paper that says, and this is a red flag, if you make a mess, clean up after yourself. I think they're pretty much verbatim the words. If you make a mess, clean up after yourself. And then there's like a toilet brush and some what's it called? The duck thing.
Oh, toilet.
So it's there. Yes, it's there. So someone's done this long enough before I started for someone to put a passive-aggressive note, only in that cubicle, by the way, not the other ones. It's only in that cubicle, and it says, if you leave a mess, clean up after yourself. And it's got like a little cartoon photo of like a toilet. And I just think someone's going in there, seeing that and going, sod that. I'm just going to make a dookie mess.
No, you know what it is?
And leave it.
You know what it is? So someone was just by chance messing up that toilet to the point where management were like, right, we're going to have to put up a sign. And then he came in one day, saw the sign, saw it as a challenge, and was like, right, here we go.
This is what I think. But it's at all hours of the day. But there's no one at work that I could think is like that yet. I haven't found someone who I go, they'll say like a weird joke, or they'll do something, and I go, I think you're the shitter. No one's sus at the minute. So it's weird. So now I have to go downstairs. And now I've made like a tour of the bottom 3 toilets, just because I think let's stretch your legs, go down a few floors, do a little piddle. Every other floor toilet is 100% nicer than mine. I don't know what it is, but our mystery shitter has ruined our toilet. And now I even think the first toilet's clogged. No one uses the second one. Well, I say the first toilet's clogged. The first toilet cubicle is just been boarded up since I started. I think shitter started there. That they've ruined that one. So they've gone, yeah, we'll just nail that up. Can't go in there anymore. That's haunted by the horrid turd man. Or woman, I don't know. Well, probably it's a man.
Oh, wait, is it a unisex bathroom then?
It's not. I don't know why I said that. No, it's definitely a man. It's a horrid, nasty man, is who it is.
Could be a woman, though. This is why your investigations have gone nowhere.
Well,
like
they have
Sherlock twist, right?
Well, then I also think maybe they're watching me. So when I'm doing my little stakeout outside the door, because I haven't caught anyone yet. Because I kind of have to make it slight. I think everyone at work thinks I'm weird now, because I think they think I'm stalking out the toilet door, and they go, "Oh, have you noticed Oliver just like stands outside the toilet door and goes in after us?" Like, I think everyone says that now, because that's kind of what I do. But I'm trying to get to the bottom of this thing. I'm doing like a mystery. It's like Agatha Christie here. I don't know what's going on. Agatha Shitsy. I don't know. I'm trying to find out what's going on. Like Poirot. And I'm going in after people are coming out and kind of just looking, being like, was that you? Did you make a mess? And so far, no one. So I think the shitter is now caught on to me watching them. So they see what I'm doing. The minute I go off my post, go back into a lesson, I think they sneak in and do their business. So I haven't caught them yet. And it's just, I think because it's a communal toilet, I think what you should do, just look after yourself, leave, tidy your mess, do your thing. But, there's some shame. There's some shame in people who decide not to do that.
Oh, 100%. Again, I work in an office. There's only like 3 toilet cubicles in the men's, and a lot of my time, if I need to go, is like looking inside one and then going, nope, that one will do.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like it's just like you just got one. It's like, do they do this at home to their toilet? Is their toilet just like
that right?
Yeah.
Right. What does your toilet at home look like? I bet delightful. I bet it's fine. You just come to work and just let your demons out here. Like, what is it?
I've got so many demons.
You just save it up, ready for work. It's like Monday morning. It's like, I've got 2 days worth. Oh, get it out.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's like, we're not animals here. There's a toilet brush. Everywhere's got one. Just give it a little rub. I feel sorry because we have a cleaner who has to go in and like fix that shit if someone's just left the right mess. And it's just like, that's not fair. I know the poor woman.
Well, this is the other thing. At the end of the day, when we leave, I see the cleaners and they're not at our floor yet. By the time I leave, they're on like the floor below us. And I kind of give them that whole... Sorry. But now I think they might think it's me now because I'm going. You got our floor. But then there's like, am I patronising because of cleaners? I think cleaners. I think it's a really noble pursuit that you're going around doing that. I think pay them more. I say, but then I think they see me now because I've done it enough times. They go, he gives us that props into there. Look, I think he's the shitter, and I'm like, no, it's not me. I just know it's like I've done enough research. I think that's what I know what you're going to be in for soon, so it's fine. I'm on your side. But I think so now. Everyone at the office thinks I'm probably the guy who stalks out the toilets, and the cleaners think that I'm the person who does the mess. So work's going well.
Just like Margaret, he's off again. That dirty shitter.
Yeah, and I have to kind of tell the guy who sits opposite me, like we have the desk and then the opposite facing me. I go for these stakeouts about 10 minutes at a time, and I come back, and I will just realize he sees me finish my lesson, go upstairs, get up, leave, come back 10 minutes later. I think he thinks I'm going for it, but I want to come. I wish you could just sit down. I wish it was socially acceptable to sit down and be like, I didn't go for a shit, by the way. I just went outside for 10 minutes, just for a stretch. I didn't go for a shit.
Just lie and say you went for a smoke.
Is it Peep Show where he's like, it's okay, it's not a poo. It's not a poo.
Mitchell and Webb look.
Oh, that's it. I wish I could say that, but like, don't worry, guys. I haven't just been to the toilet for a shit. I'm all right.
It wasn't a poo.
I say, if anything, I'm doing you all a favour by trying to find this dirty bastard who's making this mess.
Just gonna get to the point where you're just like sticking cameras up and just like, I got you. You ain't getting away this time.
Oh, that's a bit
too far.
Yeah, the two-way mirrors. But, right, this is the other thing, and this might be a bit too far. Stop me if I get too far. I went in the toilet the other day, and that door was closed. And it's been closed a few times where I've gone in, and I went in. And I feel so bad, because I can imagine it's hard being that person, because you hear someone walk in, and I heard, like, the proper, like, it was like a proper, like, trumpet. And I was like, oh, man. And you know when like, you're pissing? And you gotta make it. So I was like, I started going. You gotta make a lot of noise, so they know that you're there. So they just come out and go.
I'm sorry.
So I'm like, but then I was like, but I walked back out again, thinking, like, why did I? Like, my empathy for being in that position overruled my hatred for the guy who's making the mess. So I've now given the guy who might be the mess maker a bit of like, I should have just caught him out and called like, "Hey, you dirty bastard!" But I didn't. I went. So he knew I was there, and I shouldn't have. And I left. And I felt so ashamed of myself that I let him go. Get away with it.
So why did Oliver get called into HR? Well, he went into the toilet, and then he was just hovering around the cubicle, leaning underneath, going, "I know it was you. It's you, isn't it? You dirty bastard."
I this close. Because I think it's what I think. I think like I'm doing all this stakeout stuff. What would actually happen if I caught them? Like, what would I do in that situation? It's like the Joker. Like, I don't actually want to catch them. I just want to have fun in the pursuit. When I actually catch them doing it, what am I going to do?
Well, yeah, it's like they say the
Go back in there and flush. Go back in there and flush. There's a duck there for you. There's a brush. Get in there. I don't know. I'm a shit house. I probably wouldn't. I probably just go. I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Well, that's what they say. You know, the chase is better than the catch. Once you've solved it, you'll be looking for the next office mystery.
There'll be something else. Have
you ever had that awkward?
And there aren't many office mysteries.
Yeah. Have you ever had that awkward moment yet where like it's you and someone you get along quite well with pooping at the same time in the office toilet?
No.
Yeah, I've had that. I was in there, you know, doing my business, and then I heard like the cubicle next to me shut, and then I heard the classic trumpeting and stuff, and I was just like, okay, that's always weird anyway. So I got to wash my hands, and then it opened, and it was the guy I sit next to when I'm in the office. So I was just like, oh, hey, John, you all right? just heard you had a poop.
No, I've got to leave. When someone else comes in next to me, I've got to just get it out as quickly. I'm like, I've got to pinch this off and run. I don't like this. It's so intimate. Yeah, it's way too intimate. There's someone that's just a pane of. If this small pane of wood wasn't here, we'd be sat holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Well,
no.
I'm kind of hoping you do eventually solve the mystery of the office pooper, but who knows?
Thank you. I'm getting there.
I'm getting there.
I'll find you, mystery pooper.
Next time, pooper. Next time.
I don't know. It's very boring. Like, office work is so boring. I've got to, honestly, I just need to do something with my time.
Yeah. Can you not read? I read.
Oh, no. I've got books in my bag, but I think it's kind of... No, I don't think I'd be allowed to read at
on
work.
Your computer?
Oh, yeah, do that. Oh, yeah, do that all the time,
Yeah. I can link you stuff.
But I pretend that I'm doing like lesson planning, so I bring up like PowerPoints and kind of make my screen look busy with like Excel documents and stuff. But secretly, I'm just because what you can do is when you have loads of windows open, you can scroll the window behind it sneakily. So I do that quite a lot. Yeah. I can't read books. I just read like articles and things.
Do you want me to link you to an online library?
No, I did read the first. No, it's all right. I don't have time to read a whole book. Project Gutenberg I use quite a lot. But I just read like little small snippets here and there because I actually have to do work.
I do work. I got promoted. I'm a lead advisor now. Don't you know? I'm like in charge of people, and it's really weird. Is a lead
advisor someone who advises you which best lead to use?
Yeah. My word is God. People come to me with a question, and I've got to tell them. I don't know what I'm telling them. It's like, just tell them that. My word is gospel. Just tell them that. No, I get to do like man stuff. I've got to do like one-to-ones. So I've got to bring people in and just be like, well, you're doing pretty well. Or if they're doing shit, I've got to be like, well, you're not doing so great right now.
Wow.
I've got to do like...
That's cool.
I've got to mark phone calls. That's really interesting. So I do... It's like important shit. I've got to do...
Wow. Check out you.
Check out the big balls on Brad.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it? It's not fun at all. I hate being I enjoy being a manager, but when I actually came to doing manager things, not very fun.
It's just the whole thing that I'm going to struggle with is having to be like that guy who's like has to be like bring the hammer down on people and just be like, you shouldn't be doing that. Because there are some people where they're like on the phone. It's like you're not supposed to have your phone on the call floor. Put it away.
Oh, don't be that. Weird. Oh, how weird. You read books at work.
No, I don't. It's never proven. Yeah, I know. It's super weird. It's super weird. I can't give examples because I'm not allowed to, but yeah, it's super weird. But it's a step up. I'm finally advancing somewhere after so long of being a lowly associate. So it is what it is.
That's true.
It's
true.
Very
good. Proud of you.
Thank you. Cool. Well, moving on to a new segment on the pod.
That's if everyone hasn't switched off because I've just me talking about someone shitting in the toilet for the past 20 minutes. That's fine.
Dude, like it's been a while since I released an episode, but the last episode involved Harry talking about shitting in a shack. It's kind of the MO at this point. In fact, I think the episode was called "Shitting in a Shack."
I've come in. I've got my nice plant. I've got my lamp here. I'm in a conservatory with a nice jumper. I've got my wine. And everyone's like, "Ooh, Oliver's on. He might talk about some culture." No, I was talking about a mystery shitter at work.
People know you for culture.
You got me.
So we've got some like news segments we're going to test drive out. I think one fun one we're going to do is I'm calling Read All About It, where we just have a brief look through like recent news headlines. We don't have to go too deep into stuff, just to kind of give our general thoughts on it. I will say at the time of recording this was, of course, the tragic shooting in Texas. We're not going to go too deep on that, but all I will say is America, sort your shit out. That's where I'm
in it though. The only mildly amusing thing about that is, did you see the Onion, the homepage recently?
No.
You know how every time this happens, they release that article where they say, "How can we stop this?" Says the only country where this thing keeps on happening. But they release it. They release it for every shooting. So what they did is on the homepage is they just put every single one that had happened. So it's just that same headline, but the details are different for each one. And it's so true. America's like, how do we stop this? I think you're the only country that keeps happening to. I wonder what you could be doing wrong, guys.
Honestly, like, come on, guys, sort it out. Just sort it out.
And the other thing I saw is the police came out and said something like, "Oh, we didn't want to kind of attack the shooter because we were scared he might like shoot us." And everyone was going, if a firefighter went to a fire and went, "Oh, it's kind of big fire, that lads. Let's just hold back. It's kind of big, that fire." Oh. That's your job. That's your job.
Firefighter rocks up and goes, "Oh, lads, canny hot that one. Like, that's just we'll let it play out. We'll see what happens,
But the other thing is, like, if there's going to be any sort of let's ban assault rifles, it's that if you've got a gun that's scary enough that the police aren't going to attack you, probably ban that gun. That gun.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah. Again, we're not going too deep. It's the fact like shit like that is bought in supermarkets in America. I don't know, I think it's bits of change, but like legit, it's super easy. But yeah, no, fuck that. What's been happening recently? Oh, the Depp and Amber Heard trial continues to roll on. The only funny thing, and someone showed me a video from this, was her defense asked Johnny Depp if he'd done 8 ecstasy pills in one go, and he just went, "No, because I would die." It's like, yeah, legit, he'd fucking die. Like, anyone would. Like, it's an obvious answer.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, MDMA, 6, 7, maybe.
And how much MDMA have you done on those occasions?
Not enough to properly. Well, not enough to properly experience what the chemicals are supposed to do to you.
Have you ever consumed 8 to 10 MDMA pills at once?
No, ma'am. No, I have not.
And why is that?
Because I'd be dead. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. I think one would die. Yes.
Like someone said, like, "Oh, he took like a handful of MDMA," and I was like, "A handful of MDMA? What?
He fucking did."
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, as of right now, it's currently the case. It's gone to the jury now, so we're going to find out. It's gone to the case is rested. Both sides are rested. We'll see.
Where do you think that's going to swing?
I think it's going to go towards Johnny Depp. To be honest. Her case has fallen apart quite a lot.
Yeah, he seems to have had a solid defense. I mean, to be honest, both of them aren't looking good coming out of this, but he's looking a lot.
I will preface this by, it seems to me as someone who's watched not a lot of it, but a bit of it, it seems to me a very toxic, awful relationship for the both of them. I think they were both. I think they were both shitty. I think they were both shitty people, and shitty people make other people who would otherwise be harmless do shitty things. And I think they both brought out the worst in each other. But the thing that he's kind of the whole case is about is he was happy to be like, yeah, it's divorce, and just be like, yeah, that was shitty. Let's just break up. Let's go, whatever. The thing that's kind of pissed him off is that she's gone, you treat me like shit, and he's going, whoa, wait, you treat me like shit as well. So she made it public and called him out, and he was like, I was happy just to break up and be like, that was shitty of us both, let's move on. So the case is basically on her writing that thing and being like, oh, you know, my husband treated me like shit, and he was like, what? Hang about. So it's one of those glass houses things.
Oh yeah. I think at the end of the day, both of them are going to look bad coming off of this, but I think Johnny's going to look slightly less bad. You know what I mean?
He's got the benefit of having a 20-year head start on her career, so he's fine. Yeah. He doesn't have to act ever again, really. Her career's only really just started kicking off. I mean, they did try. Of her defense did say she was like an integral part of Aquaman, and I'm unsure about that.
Dude, like, I know you haven't seen it. When Zack Snyder did his director's cut of Justice League, she's in it for a scene, and I forgot she was in it. You could replace her with any. You could replace her with any other actress as his bit, and it would be fine. No one would care. No one. Well,
they tried to compare her to Zendaya, and everyone was like, "What? That girl who's been acting in Disney Channel since she was 13, and she's been in all 3 Spider-Man films as one of the main characters." Okay. Okay, like, as Mary Jane. What's the name of her character in Aquaman?
Couldn't get fuck
Moira?
off. I don't know.
Mara?
Money.
Yeah.
No, legit. Like, and like Zendaya's like actually becoming a big actress now. She's in like Dune. She was in, wasn't she in Spielberg's West Side Story?
No.
What else was she in? She's been in loads of shit. Anyway, ruined my point there, but there you go. What else has been happening? Oh, I found this quite funny. Did you hear about the BBC was forced to apologise to Manchester United after a message appeared on their ticker at the bottom of the news?
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe.
So you know, like on BBC where they've got like the thing where it's like the other headlines running across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Apparently, what happened was there was a new guy learning how to use the ticker, so they didn't realize that it was going live. So he was allowed to write whatever he wanted, and he wrote Manchester United are rubbish, and it appeared on the bottom of the news. So the BBC to apologize to Manchester United and be like, we do not agree with this.
We don't condone this.
Yeah, exactly.
Season last week, and now in Paris he was getting the best of Frenchman Manuel Guinard. After a slow start, he eased through in straight sets and is one step closer to reaching week 2 of
a little earlier, some of you may have noticed something pretty unusual on the ticker that runs along the bottom of the screen with news, making a comment about Manchester United, and I hope that Manchester United fans weren't offended by it. Let me just explain what was happening. Behind the scenes, someone was training to learn how to use the ticker and to put text on the ticker, so they were just writing random things, not in earnest, and that comment appeared. So apologies if you saw that and you were offended and you're a fan of Manchester United, but certainly that was, a mistake and it wasn't meant to appear on the screen.
That man's got the shortest career of all time. He's like, I can write anything. Yeah, write anything you want. Man United are rubbish. Oh, okay, yes, that. Okay, go home.
I just love the guy showed him going, yeah, it's pretty cool as it looks at a live screen and goes, oh. Oops. Apparently,
the amount of stuff that he could have written there, he could have pee pee poo poo, could have written anything. Man United is rubbish. It could have been way worse.
Oh yeah, could have been way worse. I feel like he kept his job. It was pretty harmless. What else on this? Might be a little bit of a touchy subject, but I kind of want to get your thoughts. Ricky Gervais is going through the mill at the moment because of his recent special. Have you seen or heard a lot about this?
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really make an opinion. But the thing is I don't like edgy comedians whose entire bit now is,
Mhm.
I'm so edgy. Like, you've also got to be funny. And I think you can make a lot of trans jokes that are funny, but that aren't harmful. I think he's doing that classic, like, oh, you can't say anything these days. I don't mean it. Like, if you're offended, doesn't mean you're right. And I go, yeah, but like your jokes just aren't very funny. Like, you're doing that whole like, oh, if you can identify, I'll identify as a chair. And you go, haha, oh, that joke. You know, the very first time someone made that joke might have got a bit of a haha funny. But now that like every person on planet Earth, it's I don't know. I think his humor's turned into kind of like old man down the pub sort of humor. Like, oh, you know, oh, he's, she's. And I go, right, okay. Funny, but not funny, really.
No.
Is it not funny? Your job as a comedian is to be funny. And they always pull the whole, like, like my hero is George Carlin. And George Carlin made fun of, like, the people who were above him. Like, he made fun of that's what made him edgy, is because he was making fun of like government, he was making fun of capitalism, he was calling out like all these big institutions at a time like the 80s and 70s when it wasn't good to do that. That's what made him edgy. Now people like Ricky Gervais, who's got like hundreds of millions of pounds, is going, aren't trans people funny? And you go, what?
Why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, like what do they do to you? Like what the hell? They're the new like punchline. But I've seen comedians do trans jokes that are funny, and that like trans people go, I'm involved in a joke without being made to feel like I'm a piece of shit. I don't know, but then again, you can't pull. I don't think it should be cancelled. I don't think it should. Like, I think people can watch his special and stuff, because obviously free speech is a thing.
I don't feel like he was being deliberately vicious with it. I think maybe a little bit misguided. I agree with his defense in that, like, you should make fun of taboo subjects so people won't be scared of them anymore, which is what he said on the one show. I agree with that. But again, it's the way you tackle these jokes is like how you can tackle taboo subjects. I feel like a lot of the jokes he was spouting in that special, yeah, they were just blatantly offensive to a trans person. Yeah,
You've still got to be funny. And that's the thing that annoys me. Is like the jokes are so like this is the thing. They're just boring. Like I saw the clips everyone's talking about where he makes fun of trans people. I'm just like, it's just a boring. Like it's not that original. You can make a lot of original jokes. I've seen jokes that are that are offensive to like minority groups, but they're done in a way where it doesn't feel like you're making fun of them. It doesn't feel like it's lazy. Whereas the humor that he's doing now, I think he thinks it's edgy. I think that's fair enough. He thinks it's edgy, but they're just not interesting jokes to me. They're not funny.
I've never been the biggest.
Have you seen that reply? Mark Maron. Mark, is that his name? Mark Maron.
Yeah, I think so.
The guy, he's got glasses, a beard. He's quite a famous American comedian. Someone called Whitney Cummings is like a big sort of like free speech for comedy. She came out with a tweet said like, oh, you shouldn't be looking to comedians to be like moral guidances in culture. Like we're here to make you feel uncomfortable. We're here to make you like take you through like the unspoken about pieces of society, whatever. And then Mark Maron just commented saying, but you should also be funny. Like add be funny to that list as well. Like you've also got to tell funny jokes. That's your job as a comedian. Be funny, be original, be funny. Yeah. And I just think a lot of the jokes that he was doing, I was a bit like,
Yeah. I mean, my stance, I think Ricky Gervais has always been a better writer for TV and film than he has been a comedian.
His stand-up's not bad. I've seen some stand-up, but it's the whole like
funny, but yeah.
It's his now opinion where he's like, he's obviously made a few edgy jokes in the past and realized that's what sells. Like he's obviously found his footing as that's his comedian persona. He started off kind of when he was just figuring his stuff out, it was good. But now that he's really honed into like, I'm an atheist, I hate everyone, not just one specific group. And he pulls that whole like, he'll be like, well, I hate. He's like, you're not Don Rickles. You're not Don Rickles. Don Rickles made fun of every like minority group, but he didn't do it in a way that was like shitty. It was funny. Because he involved them. He involved them in the joke. And I think if there were people of minority groups, I can't speak for them. But I feel like if you were in Ricky Gervais' show, you'd be a bit like, ha, 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 ha. Whereas Don Rickles made everyone feel included and be like, I'm going to make fun of you, but just know that I'm doing it because it's helping a joke that I'm trying to tell. And it's not like I'm trying to punch down or anything.
Well, it's because Don Rickles' nickname was Mr. Warmth. Like, he would be quite ruthless with people, but then he would be the most lovely person afterwards. So you always got the impression he's done quite an edgy joke, and some of them could, like, looking back now, can be a bit to the knuckle. But you never thought it was like of vicious intent. He was just trying to include the entire room. I mean, the fact was he was a Jewish guy and he made hella fun of Jews. He was quite ruthless about like Jewish people. But so he included like everyone else. Like he'll include like any ethnicity, any race, any religion, and would poke obvious fun at them. That's what he was. He was like, he's the guy who kind of like, he's the godfather of insult comedy, but also the guy who kind of knew how to do it right as well.
Look at the black brother laughing, you son of a gun. The one with the blowgun. Anyway, I make fun of the black people. Without you, we'd have no Olympics. That's right. They're great runners. You put a gun on their ass, they can beat a bullet. I'll tell you this, though. Laugh and enjoy people. That's the main thing, I swear to God. Is that your wife, sir? Jesus Christ. I'll tell you this. That's the... No, I'm kidding. She's a pretty lady. Jesus. What was it, a train? I'll tell you this.
But does it in service to the joke? Like, he's got a joke. It's more like you think of the joke first and then work around it, where I think Ricky Gervais is like, which group can I make fun of to make myself seem edgy? Think that first, and then think the joke, where I think Don Rickles does it the old school way, which is you got to think of what best suits the joke I'm trying to tell, and how can I best say it in a way that won't piss people off. And I don't know, but I do agree. I think it is a tough, because everyone says like, oh, Don Rickles will be cancelled these days. I don't think he would, you know, because he does preface everything by saying like, oh, he'll do a postscript where he goes, no, it's fine. I don't think cancel culture is gone too far. I don't think.
Don Rickles died in 2017, and that's when I think even then the idea of, in brackets, cancel culture was already a thing. No one would have ever thought of cancel him, because again, he was just like yes, he could be quite ruthless as a comedian, but he was also very sweet and nice. He never had any agenda. You know what I mean? He was just he just saw everyone as a fair target, but wasn't unnecessarily mean about them. Like every joke was fun. Like you watch stand-up, he'll make fun of like a fat person in the audience, but even the fat person would laugh along with him. He wasn't being like to the point where he was completely honing in on this one person for being overweight. He'd do like one or two jokes, then move on to someone who was like maybe black and make a joke about them, or move on to someone who was like too skinny, make a joke about them. He constantly shifted. It wasn't like he was like honing in on one type of person and making over repetitive jokes that were bad. I'm
just thinking of that Key and Peele sketch. It's like, do me. It's like that burn victim. And he's like, oh man.
Look at him.
And he says
like,
it.
Looking like Freddy Krueger over here.
And everyone says, oh. And he asked me to.
He asked me to do it.
My tear ducts, I'm crying.
The tears, they burn.
That's all I can think about.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I guess it's where the hell you're dying with that one. But yeah, the Ricky Gervais going through the mill at the moment. I think one last thing I want to touch on, because it's kind of can go into a little bit of a conversation. Have you seen that the Elvis biopic debuted at Cannes? So it's been getting reviews now.
Oh yeah, it got a 12-minute standing ovation, which is like the top. It's in the top 10 of standing ovations at Cannes. I don't know. It looks sick. I think it looks really good. I think biopics are getting a bit boring at the minute.
Yeah, well,
because they do the whole like they're born, they have a shitty childhood, because they all do, because they're all stars. They get famous too quickly. They have some kind of problem, and then at the end they have like their kind of the biopic will always end on like the redeeming moment of their career. And I think just do something different. So I feel like with someone like Elvis, who's such a name, who's got such a varied career, and is so like larger than life, have a larger than life biopic. It's not real life; it's based on real life. But I think to give it the Baz Luhrmann treatment. I watched the Aretha biopic recently with Jennifer Hudson, and I was a bit underwhelmed because I was like, it was just a standard biopic of her life, and I was like, yeah, she had a shitty childhood. Yeah, she got like taken advantage of because she was very talented, very young. But I was like, but it didn't say it. He didn't come away with thinking, oh my God, Aretha was larger than life person. I only believe that because she was. But I think the Elvis one, it needs to have that glitz and glamour, and you need to walk away going, "Whoa, what a life that was! What a person that was!" And you need to give it that, like, you need to be brave enough as a director or a filmmaker to steer away from the classic the biopic formula and do something that's like cinema worthy. Like, why are you making a film on this person? Because you obviously admire them, you obviously think they've had an interesting life. So show that. Don't just do the whole run of the mill. You could do really boring, and there have been probably loads of boring Elvis biopics, but do something different. And I think that's why it's been responded to in the way it has.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because like I've seen when the actual official reviews came out, it's been quite mixed from what I've heard. Like I don't think it's been completely panned, but there's been people who've either give it a really good review or about middle of the road. I'm quite interested to see. I mean, I'm not the biggest Elvis lover or knower, but I'm quite interested to see. I've heard Austin Butler's really good as Elvis. He's kind of killed it. Yeah. Tom Hanks has had quite a mixed review. I mean, this is the one thing I was quite interested about, because I thought it does focus in on his relationship with his manager and how his manager kind of used them. That was kind of the focus of it. Someone made quite a good point though, like, and this is kind of what the conversation we get into, is like how this is probably going to do quite well at giving Elvis a bit of a rejuvenation. It's not like he was forgotten, but can you honestly say that a lot of people our age really listen to Elvis? And that's what kind of wants to get into the conversation. I kind of wonder, do you think people, say from like 100, 200 years from now, will be listening to the music that we do? Or do you think it'll be kind of like the best example I can think of is like how everyone knows who Beethoven and Mozart are, but can you name any people who would actually listen to them? Do you think that'll happen to our music 100 or 200 years from now?
What, 2,200 and people listen to WAP? Would love that. Yeah, I would love that if that was the case.
Want to hear what our great-great-grandfather was listening to?
Our ancestors.
But it's like a good point. Because when you think like now's the age, like our age of like the last 100 years is when things have really moved forward and we've got things on record of when bands recorded stuff. But even then, it's like stuff moves on so far. Do you think people will be listening to like Metallica 100 years from now? Or do you think it'll become a bit obscure?
Yeah, I think so.
You think people still will?
There's too many people now. Because streaming services are so readily available. There's too many people. I think in the 60s and the 50s, you were either like big or you were just like some random guy who like cut an album one time. Mm-hmm. So there was the top names. And now, because there's so many, there's not really... I mean, what do we have now? We have like... who's big? Who's like massive? You have like Adele, you have Billie Eilish, Beyonce... I hope to God people aren't listening to Ed Sheeran in 100 years, to be honest.
I'd like that.
Harry Styles. I think Harry Styles is still on his way up. So Harry Styles hasn't quite reached the peak of his powers yet. I think he's still got a long way to go. So he'll be peaking.
I mean, he headlined Coachella recently, didn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting. I think music. Consider how far we've gone from music from the 1950s to now. I think we'll eventually evolve to human music. Is where we'll end up. It'll go too bleep bloopy. It'll end up being like bloop 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 bloop. And they'll be like, "Oh my god, yeah, you listen to music with words in them?" We'll be like, "Yeah, remember words?" Now it's just bloop 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 bloop.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of music today sounds like that to me. I feel like I've reached that age in my life where I'm just like, "This is what the kids are listening to these days." Okay.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. I don't know. Harry Styles' new album slaps, by the way. It absolutely slaps. Music for a sushi restaurant slaps.
Sam Fender. He's
who else is big at the minute? I love Sam Fender's very good. Yeah, I agree. Megan Thee Stallion. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I love Doja Cat very much. Who's big? Who's Doja Cat? I love her. Lizzo is really good.
Lizzo. Okay.
So,
none of them have been on the front cover of Kerrang TV. You're speaking a foreign language. Like, what's going on?
They've been on a TV cover.
What the hell's a TV?
But there's no big rock. bands at the minute.
Arctic Monkeys are probably still one of the biggest rock bands, and they're coming back soon. And apparently, the new album's going to follow on from the last one, so it's going to get even weirder.
I talked to someone at work today who hated Tranquility Base something, and I loved it the most because it was because they said it didn't sound like Arctic Monkeys, and I said that's probably why I like it the most. It's very piano driven. I loved it.
I've grown on it. I like some tracks on it, but I don't think should have been an Arctic Monkeys album. It was an Alex Turner solo project. Fair enough, but I just feel like
because the Submarine soundtrack was very good. Yeah.
Ooh, Submarine. Ooh, that was a good soundtrack.
That album. That was
I remember watching that film, but I can't remember what exactly happens. But I remember the soundtrack. Soundtrack's banging.
I remember he had a nice chord. Yeah, I can't remember what happens in the film.
Yeah.
There's no big. I can't think of any like big artists that would be like.
I'd say for rock, Foo Fighters are still probably the biggest.
No, big bands. That's what I meant. Sorry, I meant big bands at the minute. There aren't.
Foo Fighters are still the biggest band at the moment, but it's who knows what's going to happen now following Taylor.
Have they said anything about that yet?
Still looking quiet. It's hard
to say. Probably just processing it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But other than that, Arctic Monkeys, Foo Fighters,
Nickelback. I'll defend Nickelback, to be honest. I will defend them a little bit.
Someone has to.
You like a little bit of Nickelback.
I'll let it get the nick out. Get the back out.
I like to get the nickel out.
I get the nickel out.
That's right. I did the Iggy. Yeah. Oh well. Who knows what we're going to be listening to in that time? Well, we'll be dead by the time it's 100 years. I'd feel.
Yeah, I don't want to think about. But I even think getting to like old age and seeing what the kids are listening to, I'm fascinated by it. I know a lot of people are scared. I think I really want to see where music goes, because where can it go? Because I know my dad always says, he thinks music's changed so much. He said everything's already been done. He said in the 50s to the 2000s, he said they went through so many new genres and new things. Where can it go? And I said, but I think people thought the same thing in the 50s. They're like, where can music possibly go now? We've done everything. So I'm interested to see where it goes from here. I don't know.
People probably said the same thing about when computers first became like a regular thing. And now, we've got a computer right in our pocket. You know what I mean?
In it. Like, how mad. Well, this is the other thing is I go on TikTok sometimes. There's always people who go, I think I've created a new genre of music. And it's some like dude playing like a banjo, but with like a really like a subwoofer bass in the background. I go, did you? You can't just mix like two things together and be like, it's a new genre of music. Blinky, blinky, blinking. Whoa. Blinky, blink, 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 blink. And I'm like, I don't think that's doing what you think it's doing, dude.
No. Okay, sound. Well, time for another new segment on the podcast, and I'm calling it the Hot Take Board. So here's what it sounds. We do a hot take on what would otherwise be an unpopular opinion and say why it shouldn't be an unpopular opinion. And I've got a good one to start this week. And I think you might agree with me. I think we talked about this before. So, people in the UK, I don't know if it's worldwide, Amazon Prime recently added all of the James Bond films. And I've been going back through the Daniel Craig ones because pretty much the best. But my hot take is, the Bond theme that they do for Quantum of Solace, which featured Jack White and Alicia Keys, called Another Way to Die, is a good Bond theme. A lot of people hate it.
It is.
I think it's a good Bond theme.
It is a good Bond theme.
Yeah.
It is. It hits all the notes. It does everything you want a Bond theme to do.
Right, exactly. I think, like, people have this hang-up now, especially in the last few, of Bond themes have to be a particular way. Like, no. Like I think a Bond theme can be what you make of it. Like I'm gonna put this out there. I do not think the Billie Eilish one is that great. A lot of people raved about it when it happened.
I like it.
It's all right. Like, my issue with it is, it feels like it's building towards a crescendo that never happens.
That's nice though. That's nice.
Is it though?
That's nice. It's like edging.
I don't know. It just never hits the right note for me. But I like the Jack White and Alicia Keys one, and it gets a lot of flack. I don't understand why. I think it's pretty good.
It does all the things. A Bond theme has to have that theme, which is the dum dum dum. They have like, there's a couple of notes they have to hit thematically that work, and every Bond theme has the kind of like Bond note sequence, and they all do it. And this song does it, and I think it slaps because of it. And because the thing that I like about the Billie Eilish one is because it's Daniel Craig's last one, and it's not supposed to be quite. I haven't seen the film yet, but it's supposed to be quite like a sad kind of farewell song.
Do you know what happens in it?
No,
Okay.
sure.
It's on Prime.
But it's like it's like a sad farewell theme, but the Quantum of Solace theme is the second one, and it's come straight out the gate. You've just had Chris Cornell with Casino Royale. You're smashing out the gate. You think second one meets that energy, and we have Quantum of Solace, Jack White.
Which I mean, for me, the Chris Cornell one is still the best. And again, that's very different to a Bond theme. That's like got to be the most rocky Bond theme that they've done.
I think that's like the least Bond sounding Bond song. Yeah.
Wait, do you not like the Chris Cornell one?
No, I do. I just think it's the least Bond sounding Bond song.
I mean, to tell you the truth, the Chris Cornell one does fix. Like, if you listen to the single version, it is very just like him rocking out. When you listen to the one on the film, it's actually got a bit more orchestral stuff in it as well.
Oh yeah, the orchestral. Yeah, I tell a lie. Yeah, it does. Because it does that. It does have that like Bond thing still in there.
I remember they played the Chris Cornell one on Kerrang TV like loads because obviously it fit with him being Soundgarden. And it, like the single version is just basically a rock song, but then in the film it's got like orchestral.
You can hear it more. Yeah,
like,
it does.
Like other bits
the Pet Shop Boys have a Bond theme. I just think like, come on now.
Yeah,
Garage is it Garage? No, Garbage. Garbage have a Bond theme as well. I just think
that one
those boys
got panned quite a lot. Let's see if I can find
right. This is a hot take. I quite like Madonna's Bond theme.
You know what? I don't mind it. I think it's okay.
I quite like Time of the Day.
I just hate the idea with this that like a Bond theme has to necessarily fit into a specific mold. I don't necessarily think it has to. I think you can do different stuff with it. I just feel like since Jack White, they've gone too safe with them where it has to be a bit more like Shirley Bassey, for example. You know what I mean? It has to feel a bit more classical. Like Adele's one.
But I think that's just doing the two halves of Daniel Craig's run. You start off doing the rocky stuff because he's supposed to be like an edgier Bond, and then you wean it back in with the second half of the arc, which is like, okay, we'll make it a bit more. I think the Sam Fender ones. If you got rid of the Sam Fender one, not Sam Fender, the Sam Smith one, I think it'd be great. You start off with Chris Cornell, Jack White, Alicia Keys, and then you do Adele, Billie Eilish. I think those would show a perfect like arc. If you have Sam Smith at the peak of that arc, I'm not sure how that works, but it definitely has an arc of like rock, sad.
Yeah,
which is fun.
I'll tell you what could be quite a bit of fun. Is this up to date? No, it's not. Balls to that then. I was gonna do okay, well, we can do it. It's 2015. I don't think that doesn't include the recent one. Okay. Smooth Radio have ranked worst to best the Bond themes. Do you want to quickly run through them? I'm probably not going to remember all of them, but we can try.
Worst to best. So worst first.
Yeah, so 25 is Rita Coolidge, All Time High, which is for Octopussy. Can't remember that one too much.
That's the worst. They say that's the worst.
Yeah.
A bit harsh.
24 was Shirley Bassey, who I think did quite a few. There was the Moonraker one. Moonraker one isn't that bad. That's very typical Bond.
Well, no, because everyone remembers the top. She does like 3, but everyone remembers like the top 2 is the big one, and then she does Moonraker.
Moonraker. Yeah. I'm down with it. 23 was Lulu, the Man with the Golden Gun. Again, that's quite classical Bond.
Lulu's classic 60s as well.
Gun. Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, that Man with the Golden Gun, that might be 70s, but yeah, still fit. 22 was Madonna, Die Another Day. Again, I don't mind it.
Bullshit.
Die Another Day. It's great.
Yeah.
Sam Smith, Ryan's on the Wall. I agree. That's towards the bottom end. It's very forgettable.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It is.
I mean, what's Sam Smith doing these days? He was one of those artists who was very popular for a while. He's kind of been pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Matt Monroe from Russia with Love. I don't remember that one. The first proper Bond theme came from the UK's answer to Frank Sinatra and was composed by Oliver Lionel Bart. The guy who was doing Oliver. Okay.
Yeah, the guy. Lionel Bart did do Oliver. Yeah.
Yeah. 19 was Sheena Easton, For Your Eyes Only. Yeah. I don't fucking know. 18 is Garbage, The World Is Not Enough. So that's the one they did it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pet Shop Boys are creeping up here. I don't know
Yeah.
how high up they're going. Is it Pet Shop Boys? Yeah, it is. I'm sure
You might be surprised at this one. 17 is Billie Eilish's No Time to Die.
It's Smooth Radio. I think they're just a bit codgy.
Well, following that is 16, Jack White and Alicia Keys, Another Way to Die.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I already call the top three as being like Shirley Bassey and perhaps Adele.
Okay,
But-
we'll predict it. I think Goldfinger's probably going to be number one. That's usually up there. I'd put Chris Cornell being in the running. I think it deserves its shot.
No, I'd say a top 10, but I wouldn't say a top 5.
Yeah.
Not for Smooth Radio's ratings. It's gonna be Shirley Bassey. I think Skyfall is going to be up there.
Skyfall will be. Yeah.
Maybe the classics. Maybe the classics. We'll see.
15 was Sheryl Crow with Tomorrow Never Dies. I remember that one because Tomorrow Never Dies was my first Bond film. I remember playing the game on PS1. Yeah. So I've got a lot of nostalgia for that. 14, a band I forget who did a Bond theme. Aha, The Living Daylights.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, The Living Daylights. Not a bad theme, The Living Daylights, by the way. I'm sure that's quite good.
Okay. So this fits. So I didn't realize this. Dr. No doesn't have a Bond theme. It's just
no.
James
I was trying
Bond
to think
theme.
that
It's just James
just the
Bond
theme.
theme. Yeah.
It's going to be like Diamonds Are Forever and Goldfinger at the top.
12 is Chris Cornell. You Know My Name, which
See, not even top 10. That's pretty shit.
Duran Duran, A View to a Kill. There, I'll get there.
Is it Duran? Okay, it's not Pet Shop Boys, so it's me. It's Duran Duran and Aha. Both do themes.
I'm pretty sure Pet Shop Boys did one. We'll see. We've still got 10 to go. 10 is Tom Jones.
Live and Let Die as well, by the way. Must be up there. Live and Let Die is unreal.
Oh yeah, that'll be top 3. That'll be my 3.
Yeah.
10 is Tom Jones' Thunderball.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Nancy Sinatra, You Only Live Twice.
Mm-hmm. Do they have the Louis Armstrong? Do they have the We Have All the Time in the World? Is that up there somewhere?
It's coming up. Is Nancy Sinatra like related to Frank? Show my ignorance here, but like is that his kid or something?
No.
Okay.
Nancy Sinatra. Who's she? Yeah, it's his daughter.
Okay. Only the singer Frank Sinatra could have been.
Shut up.
Number 8 is Shirley Bassey again with Diamonds Are Forever.
Wow, number 8.
Quite iconic. Yeah. Number 7 is Louis Armstrong. We Have All the Time in the World.
Yep.
Number 6 is Carly Simon. Nobody Does It Better.
Yes.
I just remember that from Alan Partridge.
Of course you do. Was waiting for it. Yeah.
Alan Partridge does the whole thing. Nobody does it better. Oh, swinging from a Luger. Bit of bush. Tina Turner, Goldeneye.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4 is Adele with Skyfall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Shirley Bassey, Goldfinger. Wow, I'm surprised that wasn't number 1. Number 2 is Gladys Knight, License to Kill. And number 1, Wings, the band the Beatles could have been, Live and Let Die.
No, okay.
There.
I was surprised they put that at number 1, but to be fair.
And again, that's a very rocky Bond theme, really, when it gets to the breakdown.
And doesn't really do any like traditionally Bond theme stuff.
Like it does the Bond theme of like it has a build and a crescendo, but it does that like several times over because it starts.
No, but
off
the theme bit where it sounds like they don't do anything. That's so strange. That is very true. It does its own thing, and that's probably why everyone likes it so much because it does its own thing, and it somehow still fits.
Yeah. Well, I think anyone's got a fair shake, and I think you can mix the formula. So I think a good way around that off is who would be the one musician band that you would love to see do a Bond theme who hasn't done it already? I've got my answer. I feel like you'll have an interesting one because you've got a wider range of music taste. Shall I say mine first?
Yeah.
Because he's been touted a few times, I think he could do a decent one, especially because of what he's doing now. Noel Gallagher. I think he could do a good one. No, I think he could do a good one. I think he could do a good one. Listen to High Flying Bird stuff. He could do quite a decent Bond theme, I think.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Well, it would depend because obviously they're gonna have a new person in, so they have to revamp it. I think Cardi B.
Cardi B. Wow. Okay. So I get split.
Cardi Bond.
And you're going Cardi B. Wow.
Cardi
okay.
Bond. Cardi Bond.
Wow. Okay. Sure.
Hey man, it's 2024 or whatever it is when it's going to come out. Cardi B.
I mean, interesting take now. Craig's gone. Do you think they will cast maybe like a person of a different ethnicity or like a woman? Do you think they'll go that route?
I think a woman would be daft.
Really?
I think
not on board with that.
Daniel Craig said it right when he was. No, Daniel Craig said it right when he said, "Don't just latch a woman onto a thing we've already been doing. Make like a new film franchise for women. Don't make it be like James Bond's now a woman. Just make a good film franchise with women already. Like make that as a start. Because you've got to be starting on the back foot. You've got to get all the people who go, oh, James Bond's a man. You're going to have to fight against that first. I do really like the new Doctor Who casting, by the way. I think that's unreal. I'll be very excited to see that. I might actually watch some.
Are you a fan of him in Sex Education?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
seen it, but I've seen interviews with the guy, and I just think very cool. I think very cool decision.
I'm on board. I mean, I'm hoping it'll bring me back on because this is gonna sound bad. I fell off with Jodie not because of like the casting.
Yeah.
No, I was on board with the casting. The writing was terrible.
It's Doctor Who, not Nurse Who.
In it though. In it.
Wow.
The best part is I control the edit. Legit though, I was on board with Jodie, but the writing was terrible. The writing was just gone.
Well, what's his name? Russell T Davies is coming back.
I wasn't a fan of him though. For many things. I mean, he's the guy who brought Who back after it had been gone for so long, but he just made everything about Rose Tyler, and I'm just like, no, I don't care. Like, what you do?
I don't know who that is.
She was the first sidekick, and then became even when she left, the whole show still became about her, despite the fact like there was 2 other different sidekicks. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah, another woman character you don't like. That's cool, Greg.
Bloody women.
Ruining my Doctor Who.
Bloody fighting aliens when they should be making a sandwich. Like, what is this all about? Again, I control the edit. Muhaha.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be good. I'm excited for whatever. I think it needs something new, revamping it anyway.
It does. It needs a bit of a shot in the arm. It's not doing spectacularly well after Matt Smith.
It's just boring, and it's a bit shit. Like, you got like a little toaster with googly eyes on, and it's like an alien. You go, is it though? Beware! It's a toaster with googly eyes. It's called the blah blah blah, and you go, oh, I'm so scared. What's the doctor gonna do?
Get out.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I will fight you.
You don't talk about the toasters with the googly eyes like that. They were scary. Right.
Okay, everyone. Well, we'll end this with our recent but usual mission statement of Lad Bible bashing. So I'm pretty sure you all know who Lad Bible are. Absolute atrocity. Think the report on news. It's just clickbait as fuck. And this is a prime example of that. Recent headline from them back on May 25th. Woman who only ate crisp sandwiches for 23 years finally eats a proper meal. Just let that sink in.
What?
Exactly. So let's go into it. A fussy eater who would only eat crisp sandwiches for over 2 decades had her first proper meal after being hypnotized. Got Darren Brown in this shit, y'all. Let's fucking go into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Sadler, 25, has exclusively eaten Walker's cheese and onion crisps on buttered white bread since she was 2 years old. I mean, when you're 2 years old, your parents make your meals.
That's a parent problem. That's a parent problem. 2 years old, and you made her a crisp sandwich. I mean, to be fair, right, this is what I'm thinking. The mum's at work. The dad goes, can't really be asked making tea. You know what I'll do? I'll give her a sneaky crisp sandwich. She's only 2 years old. Not thinking that she's going to take a bite and like crack, she's going to go, I've taken a bite of this crisp sandwich. I don't want anything else to eat ever again for 23 years. The dad's going, oh, shit, don't tell your mum. Don't tell your mum. Oh, I made a crisp sandwich too. Oh, don't tell your mum. Don't tell your mum. Don't tell your mum. And she comes over. She won't eat anything else. And the mum's going, hey, I don't know what's wrong. She won't eat anything else. Why won't she eat what we're making her? The dad's going, oh, last night I gave her a crisp sandwich. And she's like, You what, Keith? What'd you do? Oh, I gave her a crisp sandwich. I'm sorry, I gave her a crisp sandwich. I don't think she's going to eat anything else. Let's just try a crisp sandwich. And she goes, Yep. Oh, all right. Gives her a crisp sandwich. She goes, eats it. And she's like, looks at him and he's like, oh, she loved it. Oh, she loved the crisp sandwich. Oh, what have I done? Not knowing 23 years. That's so. But then also, this is the thing. This is the other thing. And I think this might just represent my upbringing and upbringings of maybe the same. I think it's our generation. I was brought up on the mantra of if you don't eat your tea, you don't eat. My mum would be like, "This is what you have for tea. If you're not having it, you're not getting out else."
Yeah.
So I'd refuse, and eventually after a few hours I get a bit hungry and I'd come back downstairs. I'd be like, "Is there still some tea left?" And she'd go, "Yeah, your tea's still on the table." It was they like super like passive aggressively left it on the table when they cleaned everything else away. Like, it's still on the table. And I had to go eat it cold and be like, I won't do that again. That was my upbringing. So now I've been brought up. Zoe sees me eat sometimes, and she says, like when I'm eating, she's like, no one's gonna take it away from me, you know. And I go, I don't think I eat quickly, but I do. I think I do I think someone will take it away from me. And I don't waste anything. I eat everything now on my plate. So it raised me well. It was quite, I don't know if it's abusive, but it raised me well. I wouldn't let my kid be like, oh, I'll only feed a crisp sandwich from the age of 2 years old. So 2 to 25, you're eating just crisp sandwiches. How?
Yeah. I mean, you've raised a good point. You got to question what they were feeding her beforehand for her to be like, whoa. Sunday dinner with roasties and gravy. No, I'll have a crisp sandwich. Maybe they'd have like beef flavored crisps for Sunday dinner, and then for breakfast you have like ready salted just to get you started the day. Lunch you have like cheese and onion, and then dinner you have roast chicken flavor crisp. So you have three meals a day there. I mean, surely if you're having breakfast, it's got to be smoky bacon. Because then it's practically a sandwich. Yeah.
Very good point.
Yes, the article continues. Sadler from Coventry has spent the last 2 decades
course.
eating 2 packets of her favorite crisps every day after other foods left her feeling physically sick. Okay, again, that's the parents' fault.
That's in your head. It does not make any physically sick. That's in your head because you haven't eaten anything else.
When you're still 2 years old, you're still trying to build this like little child to understand things. I feel like she's been giving crisps too much as a kid. That's what
I didn't choose what I ate until I was about 13 years old. When you go to school and you buy your lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
does it say what flavor the crisp is?
Yeah, cheese and onion. That's all she ate.
It's just one flavor.
Cheese and onion. That's it.
What brand?
I don't know if it said. Let me check. Walker's. So exclusively classic British.
Jesus.
Even though it's not owned by a British company anymore. So there you go.
Nah, Seabrooks all the way. Seabrooks all the way.
Seabrooks.
You know.
Seabrooks is great. As the article continues, despite her parents introducing her to other foods as a toddler, Sadler would turn her nose up and refuse to put anything in her mouth. Would she? She's 2 years old.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying the man went out for something, and the dad just said, the dad's making a crisp for himself, and he goes, I'll make you one as well. And she tastes it and goes, I don't want anything else. This is my life now.
Good. Nothing wrong with Chris Sandwich. This just sounds like parents who gave in too easily to the kid.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Before we continue, are you a guy who butters his crisp sandwich, or are you just like
I'm not.
dry
Yeah,
bread?
I'm not animal. I'm not animal. Yes, I butter it. Yes, dry bread.
Dry.
What the hell?
Sandwich? Not in
the
my
dry
house.
sandwich. Well, you have a dry shower. What the hell? You stand in the shower with no water, just raw soap on your body. No. What the hell?
Just straight up raw dog in it.
Just raw dog in the sandwich. Disgusting.
As the article continues, Sadler said, apparently the only thing Mum could get down me were crisps, which I used to suck until they were soft. I remember being at school when I was little and having crisp sandwiches in my lunchbox. They were the only thing I liked to eat. So it's the mum's
they're
fault.
enabling her. They're enabling
fault.
them then, yeah.
Yeah. As a child, Sadler would typically eat dry cereal for breakfast, followed by crisp sandwich for lunch and dinner, occasionally switching from her preferred cheese and onion crisps and trying other flavors as the texture did not bother her. So she had a crinkled good crisp once, went, oh, that's all right, that, I'll have that for tea some nights.
Trying different flavors for tea. What the hell?
Oh, Mummy,
a Dorito.
Mummy, I fancy trying one of those Pringles I've heard so much about. Yes, I'll have a salted Pringle. Yes.
Oh, I'll have a prawn cocktail sandwich before bed. A nightcap, a cocktail. I have a prawn cocktail crisp before bed. I'll suck it till it's paste, and I'll spit it out and go to bed. I just suck this single prawn cocktail crisp before bed, Mother. I'm ready for bed now. What a demon! What the hell?
Oh wait, okay.
Okay.
As the article continues, Christmas was a difficult time.
Christmas. Are you saying Christmas?
For Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were saying Christmas.
No. Christmas.
A big bag of Walkers.
a big multi-pack. Fill your boots.
I mean, easy present to buy. Well, I forgot that she goes down Christmas morning. She goes downstairs, looks under the tree. There's just loads of like multi-pack shaped wrapping paper, like 20 from all the relatives. Yeah, I wonder what I've got. just 20 like multi-packs.
But when I was a kid, instead of a fairy on top of the tree, there'd just be a lonely packet of cheese and onion crisps right on top.
Jesus. She can't be healthy. She's got like scurvy, surely. From what nutrients do you get from crisps and bread?
I'm telling you, man, I'll I'll put the image up on here with the edit, but yeah, she looks all right. She doesn't look like she's struggling.
All right.
But the article continues, Christmas was a difficult time for Sadler, as she never wanted to eat the food on offer, instead limiting herself to Yorkshire pudding, but never gravy.
Nah, this girl's a freak. This girl's a freak. She's having what? She's having crisp sandwich. Does she put butter in them? Probably not. She eats dry cereal and she wants Yorkshire pudding without gravy, just by itself. Who is this disgusting human?
She is the kind of psychopath that goes for chips on a night out, but gets no gravy, no curry, no garlic sauce, not even vinegar, not even vinegar. Not even
no
vinegar.
sauce at all.
Nothing. Just straight chips from the fryer.
These are psychopaths. These are psychopathic people. Dry cereal for breakfast, crisp sandwich, no butter for lunch, and then a dry Yorkie for tea. Okay.
However, 3 years ago, Sadler committed to improving her health after being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a lifelong condition that affects the brain and nerves. That's when she decided to start changing her life.
I didn't know it affected the taste buds. Would that have played a part? Surely that's like a neuron disease. That's not diet can't affect that. Surely
my mum's got that. It's like she was like
did she eat crisp sandwiches?
Now that you mention it, it's quite.
Have we just cracked how to cure? Just stop eating crisp sandwiches.
Just stop it. After researching on the internet, Sadler contacted hypnotherapist David Kilmery, who has previously helped fussy eaters.
I mean, I get it, because after 23 years, it's an addiction. By that point, it's an addiction. Your brain is so used to eating one food, you can't then change. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Since undergoing a 2-hour hypnotherapy session, Sadler said she has been able to enjoy her first tastes of fruit and vegetables alongside other foods.
I just think,
fuck me! Have you ever had an apple? It's great,
isn't it? That's what I say. Like the fruit and vegetables are tasty. Do you ever think you go from a crisp sandwich to like any fruit or vegetable, and you're like, oh my god, it's like seeing color for the first time again. You go, oh my god. The world is, and you go, yes. You ever had a melon before, or a banana, or like a bit of sautéed broccoli? I don't know. Try a vegetable.
Well, funny you should say that. Quote coming up.
Yeah.
She said, "I can't believe how nice strawberries are. I'm looking forward to trying curry and lots of other different food." She'll eat curry. She'll eat like a korma, which is mild as fuck, and it'll be like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just colors going past the face, just like
I never knew.
miles per hour.
If she just had cheese and onion crisps and dry cereal and dry Yorkies, and she's suddenly trying to korma,
fuck me, she had a madras. She'd go back through time.
She can bust.
Fucking hell, it'd be ridiculous.
I was just saying, like strawberries. Yeah, imagine your first strawberry. Juicy strawberry, a big fat juicy strawberry. Dip some cream.
I had a strawberry. I mean, load hit the ceiling. It was mad.
Strawberries and cream and cream. Oh god! But what a weird. She's not having strawberries and curry together, right? No.
That'd be too far.
She used to be going wild, going, let's put all this shit in the bowl. I'm going crazy. Try everything together.
Carries on. Kilmery, who was the hypnotist, diagnosed Sadler with avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, RAFID for short. Explaining, in a very short amount of time with myself and at home, she has been calmly eating new meals and incorporated many new high-grade fruits and vegetables to her safe food list. I mean,
How do you know it's unsafe?
yeah.
What's an unsafe food list? Show me that list.
Could just
What's
fuck with
that?
her. Could just fuck
She
with her.
doesn't know.
Could just fuck with her and be like, razor blades. They're very tasty.
Here's some wasabi instead of mushy peas. Just a big lump of wasabi.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no. Oh, it's still going.
Having recently been diagnosed with MS, it would be dangerous for Sadler to only eat crisp sandwiches. Would it? The 25-year-old has since tried cabbages, blueberries, nuts, cranberries, as well as being excited to try several other foods.
Blueberries, nuts, cranberries, curry, strawberries.
Wait till she tries pizza.
Well, in it.
In it. Is there any better food than pizza? I'm waiting.
A good steak's pretty good.
Good steak's pretty good.
A good steak's pretty good.
Are you going to defend your woman, say a Parmo?
I really don't rate Parmos, you know.
Nah.
If you see like a red dot come on me. No, I don't rate them. It's just chicken and cheese. It's boring.
Yeah, it is. All right, we'll finish off the article. The therapist added, huge credit to Zoe on her recovery. Her progress has been phenomenal and has suspended my expectations. Sadler is now dedicated to overcoming her obsession with crisp sandwiches in the hopes she can enjoy a proper meal at her wedding next March. I would have loved to see the plans before she got over that.
Yeah, like who's dating someone and you go, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? Yeah, by the way, if you go to a fancy restaurant, does she bring her own bread and her own crisps? Like, what do you think she does? Asks.
Yeah. Clearly, her etiquette is they'll go to a fancy restaurant where there's like a nice posh waiter, with the little mustache and the towel.
Yeah.
What would the madam like? And she just looks at the menu and goes, I noticed you have no crisp sandwiches. What is your recommended crisp sandwich? And he's just like, we do not do crisp sandwiches here, madam. And then just devolves from there.
You know what? I think they could. Like you could get them to slice a potato so finely, and like fry them on site with fresh bread.
If you go into a posh restaurant, what is the posh crisp sandwich they serve? I'm thinking kettle chips.
No, they're gonna those fresh crisps. They're gonna slice a potato so finely and then deep fry them or fry them with some like an olive oil glaze, maybe some like salt and pepper, some paprika maybe put on there, some herbs and things, some basil, and then they have them all fried. Then you get some sourdough bread. You chop that up. You get some homemade butter, maybe some of that seafood butter you can get in a Jesmond. Spread that on. There you go. She probably wouldn't like it, to be fair. She'd be like, where's the Walkers? Where's the Walkers and the Warburtons? So I like. I brought me own. Can you just cook this for us, please? Like, what do you do, though? Do you just never go out for dinner?
Well, to end with
we all love a good crisp sandwich, though. Well, we all love a good crisp sandwich. But I wouldn't just have them for 23 years.
We do, but to end with a quote on Zoe, I really don't just want to eat crisp sandwiches on my wedding day. In it.
I do.
I'd be happy with that.
In it. Couple of olive ones, couple of crisp sandwiches.
Yeah.
Go down the workies afterwards. You'll be all right. Pint of taddies.
Yeah, be all right. I'm on board with that.
I'm on board. Don't think the missus will be though. Yeah, she won't be. I'll be happy with that though.
I'll be happy with that. But at the same time,
And again, this is an article in the Lad Bible.
and that's why we like to end things here with Lad Bible, you shit.
Yeah, bunch of shits.
Someone went to university just to write this.
This is what I think. Did she come to them? Did they seek this out?
Oh,
How is this news?
a lot of the time they seek shit out. They have to. Someone gets paid to
That's
sit
the
at a
job.
desk and find this shit, and I'm just like, really? Really?
There's a growing trend that I find infuriating about articles like this. Not like this, but there's articles that like these kind of publications do, which is they will produce like an online news article and be like, such and such went on holiday and whatever. And the only source is a journalist has like gone on someone's Instagram and they've posted they're in Barbados. This is a right article saying such and such is in Barbados wearing a bikini. And I'm like, anyone who has Instagram knows that. They've seen that online. And you've gone, oh, let's make like a story about it. And the only sources is that person's Instagram. They post on their Instagram they're in Barbados. They post on a story they've gone to a bar. So then the article will be such and such goes to Barbados wearing a bikini and goes to this such and such bar, drinks a bunch of cocktails. And I go, oh, and everyone clicks on it. It's just what you can see if you go on that person's Instagram. It's not news. There's nothing new about it. There's no scoop. Someone's job in these publications is to just scroll through Instagram and go, such and such is in the Bahamas this week. Oh, write an article. Oh, yeah. Stick 20 million adverts on it. And the other thing is what I wish news services would do is make your website work on phones, because I'm sick of going on articles on my phone and being like inundated. It works on a computer when pop-ups come up, but on your phone you scroll and you mid-paragraph, all of a sudden 17 million pop-ups come up and you lose your place and it goes accept these terms and you go accept whatever, get off my screen. And not everything pops up at you, and you lose your place. And you think, just make your website work on mobile phone. That's all I ask for. I don't think it's much. I just want to read some news. That's all.
Yeah, the worst is when you're on a news website and they break down the paragraphs on a mobile, so you have to look at one paragraph and it's like several other articles and news and adverts, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, there's the rest of the paragraph.
Yeah, because sometimes I think, sometimes I go like, and I scroll and I go, oh, is that the end of the article? But I'm like, no, but it didn't feel like it ended. So I go, oh, I'll keep looking. And you go, and then you go, oh no, it didn't end. There's another bit here. Yeah, I thought the article didn't end there. Yeah. But you think, did the article just end? Because there's loads of adverts now.
Yeah. News is dead. We've come a long way.
It's so dead. And then there's those ones where you go on.
The film Spotlight was was like the shining beacon of what journalism could be, and it's
Could have been.
It's dead.
Yeah.
You want to see what journalism could be? Watch Spotlight. Great film.
I'd endorse that message. I think there's some good. No, there's some good sources out there. The New York is quite good, but other than that,
no. Even Vice, who used to be cool, just suck dick when it comes to this thing. So do you know like how My Chemical Romance are doing their like tour of the UK right now?
Mm-hmm.
Vice posted a picture on like their Twitter, and there was like an article thing of like basically chastising adult emos going to these concerts, like saying like, oh look at these like old emos going to these concerts, and it's like, fuck you, Vice.
Yeah, it's tough because My Chem were big like 15 years ago, so of course you're gonna get older emos because it's a different. If it was a new generation band, maybe. But also, don't shame people. It doesn't matter how old you are going to a concert. I don't give a fuck how old you are. Yeah. Don't shame a bunch of people from going there.
Yeah, exactly. Like fuck you, Vice.
They go and have. They bought their ticket. They're trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
Don't you? Who do you think you are, Vice?
Yeah. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap it up there. So thank you, everyone, for joining us back at the new revamped Young Men Yell at Clouds. We're back.
Yeah.
We're here. We're good. If you want to come follow us, it's Young Men Yell at Clouds, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Young Men Yell at Clouds, on one word, Instagram. And we'll see you in a few weeks. Why not? Goodbye.
They'll all be wine-fueled, by the way.
We're here. We're drunk. We're angry. Hell yeah. Goodbye.